All right, we're done with Randy Evans. Randy was excellent. I don't know if y'all can see. You can see me. There you go. You don't need to see me over there. I'm in the car. Randy was excellent. This is the real Chicago. I like doing this, just talking and showing the real streets of Chicago for the international audience that's on the internet audience, because you know we run our mouth in front of the camera, then we put it on the internet, and then we aired it in Chicago on public access. This is January 20, whatever it is, the 28th, 29th, I lost count. And you see it's a little snow on the ground here. We love Chicago. Randy Evans is cool. We love Randy, but I was telling Randy off camera, I'm losing my desire. I mean, I go through this once a year, every other year, where I'm like, I can't do this no more. This is silly. As an activist, we're trying to inspire people who don't want to be inspired. We're trying to help people that don't want to be helped. We're trying to enlighten people that don't want to be enlightened. And you get tired of it. Because what's the point? But you feel you have to do it. Like I said before, I should have been like Barack Obama. I had a few opportunities and wasn't too dumb to realize it. Well, I was supposed to go to school and be a good Negro. I don't care if a bootlicking Negro. If you're African American, you got an education, you do what you're told, you know, and you can be rewarded. You can make $100,000, $200,000 a year. Most Americans make under $50,000. You know that, right? You can sort of see downtown. That's one of the condominiums downtown. We at 55th and Garfield. Okay, let me show you the condominium way downtown. That's one of the condominiums way downtown on Columbus and Randolph. And let me see the sign here. This is 55th and Garfield. For 55th and Garfield is the same street. I'm at King Drive. Okay, let me show you the other sign. You think I'm lying? That's King Drive. We at 55th and King Drive. And this part of 55th is called Garfield. Not all of 55th, just about, I don't know, about 3-4 miles, I think. And that's the Great Washington Park. The Great Washington Park. Where the Olympics was supposed to be held. They were supposed to put the Olympic Stadium in Washington Park. But Chicago didn't get it, and Brazil got it, which is cool. The moral of the story is this. When I was a kid, I said this 10,000 times. I just wanted to be a part of a cultural movement that will ensure that every African American neighborhood was safe, clean, and with excellent schools. It's hard to be done because you have the power structure, the people Randy talked about in his dissertation, and you have these buffers. And they're nice people. I met a lot of these buffers. These are really nice people. They're educated African Americans. Some people call the bourgeoisie, or they're members of the boule or some other, fraternity or sorority or whatnot. And whether they know it or not, some of them know it, some of them don't know it. Their job is to keep the lower classes, the great unwashed, keep them down. That's their job. And sometimes they even do it indirectly. And therein lies the problem. Man, that building over here, they used to bake bread in that building, like butternut bread. You used to come over here, and you smell that butternut bread for miles. That was one of the best smells. They used to make bread in that building. Oh, that bread was so good. What the smell was, let's say that. That white bread. Yummy. But I don't know who eats white bread anymore. It sticks to your intestines. It's not really good for you. So I was going to say, and I was going to go to my next episode here, which was, I don't go to the public schools no more. It's a long story. There's a public school over here, I think, well, it may be closed down. I forgot the name of that school. See, down the street is where they used to have the projects. Robert Taylor and Stateway Garden, which have all been torn down. They're gone. And so I don't go to the public schools no more because I think I've gotten too old. And the younger generations I talk to are so far removed from the world I grew up in. I grew up in, I was, my parents are middle class, had master's degrees. And they were what people would consider bougie. But they were good bougie. So that's what I know. And it's hard to transfer that to young person. Like I tell people all the time, they don't want to tell the truth. In the public schools in Chicago, Detroit, any other city, the better students tend, not in most cases, but in not in all cases, but in most cases, the better students tend to come from better parents. It's all about parenting. It's about safety net. It's about a decent neighborhood. Or if you do live in a rough neighborhood, the students who live in really bad neighborhoods, what we would consider bad, they have good parents that keep them off the block, keep them out of the hood, keep them from running around in the street. That's how you do it. That's how you have to do it. So my passion's always been the public schools. Ironically, my passion's been trying to improve the public schools. Ironically, I never went to college. And I'm full of excuses. I'm a procrastinator. I'm inept. I know that. But we are the sum total of our thoughts, of our experiences. I'm just philosophizing. And some of y'all going to agree, some of y'all not going to agree. A lot of folks who are born middle class, they're going to remain middle class the rest of their life. Some people, or most people, are born poor. A lot of them are going to remain poor or working poor for the rest of their life. Very few people in America, the United States of America, are going to make 100, 200,000, percentage-wise, going to make 150, 200,000, 300,000 a year. Come on. Most people ain't going to make that money. They don't have enough jobs that pay that kind of money. That's the reality. And people got to get real with the reality. I always like to have discussions with people who are high achievers. People who are high achievers have a trouble understanding why everyone's not a high achiever. That's why I tell y'all, when y'all get a chance to read that book, Malcolm Gladwell's book, Outliers, The Story of Success. Very, very fascinating book. Interesting. It'll make you think.